So, good evening, everyone. I just want to thank you for joining us for the virtual session on the honors program here at Commonwealth University. My name is Justin White. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions. I'm excited to welcome in the leader of the honors program at Lock Haven and some students here as well to share more about the incredible opportunities that honors program provides. Whether you're looking for an academically challenging environment, a unique research or travel experience, or even all the way through a tight-knit community of motivated students, the honors program offers an abundant amount of that opportunities. Today, we'll walk through what makes this program special and answer any questions you have. We appreciate you taking the time to be here, and we encourage you to engage, ask questions, and imagine yourself thriving in this program. I'll pass it over to you, Dr. Canatella. Let's get this thing started here.
Thank you, Justin, and thank you to everyone who's joined us today. I'm Dr. Holly Canatella. I'm the director of the honors program at Lock Haven, and I have a couple students with me today as well who are currently enrolled in the honors program. After I go through this presentation, we'll have kind of a Q&A with them, and you'll be able to get some insight onto their experiences in the honors program. So you'll get to hear from some students directly. I put our website on the very first slide here. We are a named college, the Eileen G. Jones Honors College. You can find us at this web address, or if you simply Google Eileen G. Jones Honors College, Commonwealth, you'll be able to find us. It'll pop right up in Google. And that has a lot of the information on it about the program requirements that I'll be going over here today too. If you're a student who's been accepted into the honors program, or you're on the fence, you're considering joining the honors program, this will not be the only time you would get this information. When students join the program, they go through a couple of welcome days, kind of orientation days when they come to campus, and we go over program requirements and things like that there as well. So you will always have me as an advisor and as a guide, as well as peer mentors, two of whom are with us today to help you navigate the program and its requirements. So we'll talk about the requirements and also the benefits of joining this program and being part of a really special program and special cohort at Lock Haven. My current students say that joining honors really helped them to feel more at ease as they made the transition to college, and that some of them met their best friends during our welcome days, and that eased a lot of their anxiety about joining the program, but also about starting college for the first time as well. So I've heard really good feedback from our students about the program. So like I said at the beginning, I'm Dr. Holly Canatella. I'm the program director at Lock Haven. I'm also a professor of history. I've been teaching at Lock Haven for over a decade. My areas of expertise are European history, so I teach all the European history courses. World history, I teach the survey World History 1 that many of our students take as a general education course. And because I'm a specialist in women's history, I also teach in the women and gender studies minor. So some of my courses are cross-listed, and I teach the Introduction to Women's Studies course. So you may end up taking some classes with me as well if you join the honors program. My contact information is on this slide. That's my office number as well as my email address. Feel free to reach out to me after this presentation today with any follow-up questions or concerns that you might have, and I will respond to you. The best way to get a hold of me, kind of the quickest way, is via email, because I'm not always in my office since I'm often in the classroom. But if you call me and leave a message, I'll get back to you that way as well. All right, so as some of you may know, a couple of years ago, Lock Haven, Mansfield, and Bloomsburg consolidated. And this has offered our students, especially in the honors program, a wider array of opportunities. Our college is named after the mother of a donor who has given us $6 million. And so that's Eileen G. Jones. Her son was a Bloomsburg graduate, or is a Bloomsburg graduate, and had such a positive experience with the honors program there that he decided to donate this sum of money to us. And that allows us to expand experiences for our students. And so this consolidation has really opened up a lot of opportunities for our students. You have a lot of the opportunities that you might get at a larger university, but you're on a small campus where you will see your professors on a regular basis. We know you, and our students know one another. And of course, the PASHE schools like Lock Haven are some of the most affordable institutions in Pennsylvania. Each location keeps its distinct identity, so we are still unique at Lock Haven, and we are the mid-sized campus. Mansfield is the smallest and Bloomsburg is the largest. As a consolidated honors program, we have a dean and directors at each campus, and we work together as a team. We meet weekly, we organize individual events for our students on our campuses, but we also sometimes collaborate on events. So some of our first year students, for example, are able to go on a retreat to a place called Crystal Lake that's about an hour and a half north of Lock Haven, kind of in between all of the campuses. And that's an opportunity that would be available to you potentially if you decided to join the program or if you have already joined the program for next year. And it's fully funded by honors. So we cover all the costs and arrange the transportation, and it's a great way for our first year students to get to know one another and make connections across the 3 campuses as well. So what exactly is the Honors College? Well, one of the things that we like to tell our incoming students is that it is not college, but harder. It is an enhanced college experience. So you become part of a close-knit cohort of students. You will probably get to know your first year cohort really well, but also you will get to know some of the experienced students pretty well too. As a first year student, you would be assigned to an experienced peer mentor. Like I said, 2 of them are here with us today. We organize events that are honors specific every semester. So just for our honors students, some of those events are academic, some of them are social. One of the most popular social events every semester is a paint and sip at a local coffee house that's within walking distance of campus. We had a Halloween party in the fall. But we also have academic events. Like a couple of weeks ago, we had a workshop with the director of our professional development office for our students on how to find and get internships, for example. And so you get a lot of individualized support that is specific to honors, and you get a lot of one-on-one support, especially in your first year from your peer mentor, but also from me. So you would be assigned to an academic advisor who's a faculty member in your major, but you would also have me as the honors director to support you on your academic journey. Honors also provides a lot of opportunities for what we call experiential learning. So we support study abroad, we support internships through scholarships. So we have honors specific scholarship money to support those kinds of what are called high impact experiences that are required in the program, but things that you would probably be doing as a college student anyway, as maybe part of your major. They're things that we really would recommend for any college student. And we support our students financially with funding once they get ready to do something like do a study abroad experience, or they're doing a summer internship or something. So for automatic admission to the Honors College, students have to have a GPA of 95% or above. And you would be offered automatic admission through the admissions portal. You would need to accept that. So you may want to make sure that you click through the email and actually accept it so that you'll be on our list of accepted students. If you have a GPA of 90% to 94.9%, you'll be invited to potentially apply for admission to the Honors College by writing an essay, which the directors review. So once you're in the program, you are required to maintain a GPA of at least a 3.0. Many of our students are above that. You'll have opportunities for things like individualized research supervised by faculty members, that one-on-one experience, access to professional development opportunities like conferences. One of our students who's here with us today, Rose, in a couple of weeks, she and another student will be going with me to the Northeast Regional Honors Council meeting where she'll be presenting a poster outlining some research that she did for a course. That's great professional development experience to get at the undergraduate level. We do honors field trips. So one of our courses this semester at Lock Haven is a course on Central American immigration to the United States. In a couple of weeks, they're taking a field trip down to Washington, D.C. to do some work at an immigration center. And after that, they're going to have some time to visit some of the Smithsonian museums and stuff like that. And we also do honors, just general field trips, like the trip to Crystal Lake. We had planned an ice hike up at Ricketts Glen for this semester, and then it coincided with a weekend when we got a lot of sleet and it wasn't safe to travel. So we had to cancel that, but hopefully we'll be able to do that next year. And it provides you with networking opportunities. You're going to get to know other students who hopefully will be friends and contacts for life, who can help you once you're out on the job market. And then, as I mentioned, we have some additional scholarship funds that are exclusive to honors to support high impact experiences like internships, the cost associated with internships, like maybe the travel expenses, for example, or long or short-term study abroad opportunities, of which we offer many. There are summer trips that are faculty-led courses, like one going to Belize. I think we have 4 or 5 honor students doing that this summer. There's a trip that goes to London. There is a science course on Galileo that goes to several cities in Italy, starting with Rome. And so we provide scholarship funding to help offset the cost of those trips. You can also do longer term study abroad, like studying abroad at one of our sister schools for a semester. So one of our students was in Scotland last fall and received some scholarship funding to help offset the cost of that experience. So that is exclusive to honors. As far as our program requirements go, I don't think they're too arduous. Like I said, this is not college, but harder, but rather an enhanced experience. So our students are required to take 3 honors seminars, which are also general education courses. So they will fulfill core requirements, and they're small courses. They're capped at 20. Sometimes they're smaller than that, depending on how many students enroll. And the course topics are specific and unique to honors. You cannot get those courses outside of the honors program. They're totally unique and exclusive to the honors program. And because they're small, they're more discussion and project-based classes as opposed to larger lecture courses. Our students really love that. And in addition to those 3 required classes, students can take more honors courses if they want to fulfill other requirements, and they can be taken as electives too if you really like the honors setting. The final credit hour is earned through a capstone project, which students usually do in their senior year. So it's not something you need to worry about right away. This is a project that's usually informed by one of the students' required high impact experiences, like a study abroad experience or an internship. So for example, I have a few students doing internships over the summer who are enrolled in the physician's assistant 3+2 major, and they're planning to base their capstone on something that they observe in the clinical setting, maybe doing a literature review or something over a condition that they observe in the clinical setting that they're interested in learning more about. So anyway, the capstone is something that you can work with me to decide on as the time approaches. Like I said, I'm always here as a mentor and a guide and an advisor for the honors program. I can help you find those experiences. And we have a study abroad office on campus, as well as our professional development office, which can help you with finding opportunities like internships. And then our students are required every year to complete 16 hours of community service. These can be done on campus, off campus, in the local Lock Haven community, or wherever home is for you. You have from August to August to do it. So if you break it down, that's really like a couple of hours every month. We send out a Monday email blast every week called the Monday Morning Announcement, and we often contain, or those emails often contain information about volunteer opportunities. So we will help you find those opportunities. There are chances to volunteer with the honors program, If any of you have attended an open house at Lock Haven and visited the honors table, the student volunteers there, they're earning service hours by helping out with that. Our students who are here today are earning service hours. So there are ways to get those service hours in with the honors program directly as well. And then every semester, our students are required to attend 2 events, either university-wide events or an in-house honors sponsored event. And so we sponsor about 5 or 6 events per semester that are exclusive to honors. And then I also maintain a list of pre-approved university events that students can go to. Sometimes they're virtual, sometimes they are in-person events. So you have various options. Some are during the day, some are in the evening. So you'll have lots of choices there, especially if you're a student athlete, or maybe you're working as well, or you have family obligations. You'll have various choices that you can make, and that will work with your schedule. So we've got some photographs here from past honors field trips and retreats. I think these all come from the Crystal Lake trip that our first year students go on, where there's lots of like fun outdoor stuff that they can do. Both Izzy and Rose, who are here with me, went on that trip this past fall and loved it, so they can talk a little bit more about that. And we're always looking for ways to make the program better and new things that we can introduce. So I'm very open to feedback from our current students about things that they might like to see in the future or do in the future. Okay, so I talked a little bit about the minimum qualifications to get into the program. Again, 95 or above, no essay required. You'll be automatically offered admission, but make sure you accept that. If you're 90 to 94.9%, an essay is required, which we will review, and then you'll receive an email letting you know if you're offered admission to the program. And you'll want to make sure that you click through and that you fully accept that as well. I've got just a few more photos and things for you. This is from one of our team building exercises during Welcome Week with Quest Outdoor Adventure Programs, which is a program based at Bloomsburg, but they come to all 3 campuses and they run all this really fun stuff. And I got the students set up for this, and then I went back to my office to do a little bit of work, and I could hear them like chanting and whooping and hollering as I was walking back to my office. It sounded like they were having a lot of fun. And our peer mentors work with our students over those couple of days. We call it Welcome Week, but it's not a full week. It's a couple of days. I feel like our first year students really developed a good bond over those couple of days. So next steps, if you have not applied, here's where you can do that. Or here's where you can visit our university website to learn more about making a campus visit, coming for a tour. We are having an honors showcase on April 17th. So you can sign up for that through the admissions website. And I think it's going to be on our honors webpage pretty soon. I just talked to someone in admissions about getting it up there today. For the showcase, you would come in and I would do a presentation face-to-face. Again, we'll probably have some students there to answer questions as well. You would get to take a campus tour, have lunch in our dining hall, visit one of the honors classes for about half an hour. You won't have to stay for the whole class period, just to kind of get a feel for what a seminar with honors looks like. And then we'll have a student panel, which Izzy's going to be on for that day as well, to answer some questions. And parents or supporters can also join. And we'll have, while prospective students are visiting the seminar, parents and supporters will be invited to a breakout session to get some more information from us if they'd like. And there will also be a chance for you to visit with admissions and financial aid as well. So definitely visit the admissions website or the honors website and sign up for that honors showcase on April 17th. If you'd like to come down for the day and meet us in person and tour our campus if you haven't done that already. So I'm going to stop my share there. And Izzy and Rose are here with us to answer some questions as well. And I have a few for them, and then we'll also take questions, I guess, from the Q&A and the chat, and Justin will monitor that. So Izzy and Rose, could you tell us why you joined honors? And maybe we'll start with Rose and then go to Izzy. Why don't you both tell people a little bit about yourselves too before we jump into that question? You want to start?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm in the car. My name is Rose. I'm a junior. I'm a double major in psychology and social work, and I actually work at the Honors College. I am the student associate director of recruitment. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself. Do you want me to share about why I joined?
Yes, absolutely.
So I am a transfer student. So my first year here was my sophomore year. I didn't really know what I wanted to do out of high school. So I went to a community college for my first year, and I really started to like school a lot, which was not me in high school. And when I applied to Lock Haven, and I went to I think it was an accepted students day, and I talked to Ari, who was the old person in my position, and she was telling me about the honors college and how it's like an enhancement of your college experience, and she kind of hooked me on it, and yeah, I really enjoy it, so that's why I joined.
Great. How about you, Izzy?
Hi, my name's Isabella. I'm a criminal justice major at Lock Haven. I'm a sophomore, and I joined Honors College mostly because I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And I saw that I had to write an essay because I didn't have a 3.5 GPA, but I was this close to having it. But I wrote the essay, and they really liked that I was so passionate about criminal justice and accepted me. And I was doing research about the Honors College, and I saw that they do a bunch of volunteer work and the events. And the other thing is that we get to move in early, so that way it's not all hustle and bustle at the same time as everyone else. So that was kind of nice. So joining really gave me an insight of what I already love to do, which is be really involved with the community, which is why I love the volunteer portion of Honors College. And then welcome week kind of pushed me to get out and like go make friends, because I was a little hesitant at first and a little scared because it is really intimidating as your first year, but it's really helpful to get you out there and make friends and enjoy the college experience early.
I have heard that so many times this week from honor students about how nervous they were to come to college and anxious and worried about like not knowing anybody, and how much welcome week helped them to feel more comfortable. So I just over and over again, that's what I've heard, and that's really wonderful to hear. Okay, could you guys discuss what honors classes are like, because you've both taken at least one honor seminar? What makes those seminars unique and different from other general education classes?
So I'm currently in my last honors course, but I've taken this. So this is my third one. I took a computers, inside computers, which we literally like took apart computers and learned the different pieces of it, which was really cool. I've taken food and famine, which me and Izzy both took together, which talked about like just food and famine in history. And then currently I'm in a Central American immigration course, which we're actually going to Washington, D.C., to learn more about like immigration and to speak with an actual service agency. I would say that they're more like discussion and essay based. They're not so much like lectures, like you don't really have to take notes. It's it's like an interactive. So I really enjoy it, especially because it's like not because usually like it's not your major, but it doubles up as like gen eds that you can take. So it's really nice to have the option to take different kinds of gen eds that aren't available to just anyone.
Izzy?
Kind of to piggyback off of Rose, they're really interactive. I know for the first honors class I took my freshman year, my first semester, we had to do a bunch of projects. So you're able to like do this assignment and you build an assignment for the other students to do in class with you. and then you all discuss it and like talk about your points of view, and you basically like break down this article and your assignment all together. And then I also took food and family with Rose, and we always, each class that we had different material, we had to talk about it and have a group discussion. So it's a lot nicer than just hearing to your professor just repeat everything off of the slides and you kind of just get bored and you zone out. It pushes you to interact with not only the students in your class, but your professor. And then that way you're able to create other friendships and relationship with your professor instead of just being like, oh, I'm just listening to you hear the same thing over and over again. Like, what am I doing here?
Okay. Yeah, and all the research on teaching and learning says that having students do project-based learning and interactive or active learning is better, right? It enhances the experience. It gets students more invested in what they're doing, and they learn more and retain more. So that's great to hear. So what additional resources do honor students have access to? I talked a little bit about that, but maybe you could expand on that. How have you accessed or used them?
I
You-
think my favorite one right now is the fact that we get priority scheduling because
Right.
as a double major, I end up graduating like just my regular time. I have to have certain classes, and if I don't get those certain classes, I have to stay another semester. So being able to schedule priority and being able to schedule before like mostly everyone else is really nice. Like Dr. Cantella was saying, I am going to the honors conference or council. I don't know what it's
Honors, I know it's a mouthful, Northeast Regional Honors Council.
okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm presenting research, a literature review that I did with a faculty advisor. And I basically like I write an essay and I do a poster and I'll present it. So I think that's on like I'm really excited for it, and I wouldn't be able to have that opportunity if it wasn't for honors. So I'm pretty happy about that. I really do like having like extra classes that we can take as well that are like a little more than just simple gen eds.
Mhm. Great. Yeah, and having that conference experience at the undergrad level is really impressive, especially for those who might be thinking about applying to grad school, because that's what you'll be doing as a grad student, and a lot. And so having already done that as an undergrad will be really impressive. How about you, Izzy?
I think one big aspect about honors college is that they help you get scholarships for study abroad. I know I want to be able to study abroad as one of my impact experiences, hopefully to do something with anthropology because I'm going to add that as a minor. And I think that's really nice, especially considering there are so many students who want to study abroad, but they don't have the money or the means. So honors college basically gives you some special access to like be able to pay for your study abroad. And then also with the classes, if you're not able to get into a basic gen ed class, the honors classes can cover that gen ed for you, and you're able to get into that class exclusively along with other honors students that other students are able to get into. So it's really easy for you to cover other gen eds with honors classes.
Yeah, like I said, you can definitely take more than the 3 required classes if you want to, if you really like the honor seminar style of courses and the unique topics. You can take more to fulfill gen ed requirements, or or just simply as electives. Yeah. So that's awesome. So what has been your favorite experience with honors and why? Do you want to start, Izzy? You look like you're enthusiastically ready to answer that question.
Yes, and I encourage everyone to do this if you join the honors college, is go on the Crystal Lake trip, because even though I did it just as an extra person to help out this year as a sophomore, I had the best experience ever. I was able to create so many friendships with the incoming freshmen, and we were able to do so much fun activities outside, even though it was rainy one of the days we were there. It was so much fun. You get to do kayaking, you get to do group activities. They have really nice food, especially for it just like being a campground. You get to stay in a cabin with a bunch of your friends, and you just get to like just get a weekend getaway after being in school for like 2 weeks, and it's so nice, and you just get to interact with other students from Bloomsburg and Mansfield. And I wish I went on that trip as a freshman, because it was just so eye-opening to see all these people make so many friends and just enjoy the experience that Honors College has to give by going on that trip. So I think the Crystal Lake trip is awesome, and you should definitely.
Yeah, there was a karaoke night too, wasn't there? That
Mhm.
looked like
We were
that was a
dancing,
lot of fun.
screaming. It was
Yeah.
the time of our lives. It was great.
That's great. How about you, Rose?
Well, first, the last question, I forgot to say that we have an honors house, which I'm currently at. Which it's a nice place that you can just like study and hang out. No one lives here, but
Yeah, we have a special space just for honors. It looks like we're definitely moving next year out of the honors house, but into an honors exclusive space that's brand new, totally renovated in Ulmer Hall. And that's going to be really cool because it's going to have like a kitchenette and a hangout space and meeting space. And we're going to get to like get new furniture and stuff for it and everything. So whether we remain in the honors house or we move to the new space, we have honors exclusive space for our students to use. So if they need a quiet place to study, or we need to have we need a space for an honors exclusive event, we can do it there sometimes if it's small enough. So that's really cool.
and then I was thinking about that, so I forgot about the question.
So what's been your favorite experience with honors so far?
I feel like welcome week for me was really helpful. I'm still friends with like people that I met my first week. I think that was really helpful. Like I literally met them the first day. I didn't know anyone on campus. Actually, I knew like 2 people, but I didn't like really know them. I just knew of them. But being able to just kind of like communicate and sit down and be forced to talk with people was really helpful, and I was able to make a lot of friends. I also did enjoy the Crystal Lake trip. I wish I went on as or I guess a sophomore. I was a sophomore my first year, but I went as a helper. But it was still a lot of fun. I was able to talk with students from like Bloomsburg, Mansfield, and of course Lock Haven. So I found that really exciting, and I know I'm gonna like the conference too. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that's going to be good. Okay, so what advice would you give to prospective honors students? Who wants to start?
I can go.
Okay.
I would say like make this is kind of just in general, it's just like make the most of your college experience. Like make sure you're involved. 'Cause like being involved in like activities and clubs, it's very important. And going to like bingo, going to like the ice hike, going to all of our events plus campus events, it it's enjoyable. It really is. Um, I would say that. I would also say make sure you have like space out time for school and for like social. So like you can join clubs, you can do this, but don't stretch yourself too thin, because if you stretch yourself too thin, then you're gonna get burned out and it doesn't end well. So, and don't take 6 classes your first semester. Don't do that.
Izzy?
I think I'm going to piggyback off of Rose a little bit. Don't overwork yourself. It's your first year. Just enjoy it, make friends, enjoy the experience. We're here to help you. Dr. Canatella is here to help you. I'm here to help you as a peer mentor. Rose is here to help you as a student associate director at Honors. We just want you guys to all have fun and enjoy college to the best of your ability, and like the best experience you can have by interacting with the community and being pushed to go hang out with other people and have conversations and make friends. And not only that, there are so many activities and clubs on campus that you kind of just overlook them because you're like so overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that's like being thrown in your face. but it's a lot of fun when you're being told to like go to 2 events every couple semesters because of the fact that you're able to like go and see different things all on campus without being so overwhelmed at the same time. And then I know for our mentees this year, we had them join at least 1 or 2 clubs so that they were interacting. I know one of my girls joined boxing and she absolutely loves it. I know others that joined volleyball and the softball club, and it really helps you all just be pushed to the best of your ability to make the fullest of your college experience.
So that was it for our panel questions, and we're open to taking questions from the participants who are here as well.
Yeah, please feel free to speak. Please feel free to, drop any questions in the chat. There's also a Q&A portion too as well for you to drop any questions in there. Anyone that may be watching this in the future too as well, if you scroll over to the to a separate point in the slideshow, Dr. Canatella dropped her information and her email and a way to get in contact and reach out to her too as well if anyone has any questions too. And we'll also put that in the description for when we post this as well. Give a couple quick moments here if anybody has any questions. But as we wrap up here, I just want to thank each and every single one of you for taking time to join us today. We really hope this session gave you a great insight into the honors program and all the incredible opportunities it has to offer. Lock Haven, Commonwealth University Lock Haven is a place where you can challenge yourself academically, grow as a leader, and be a part of a supportive and inspiring community. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We're more than happy to help, and we look forward to hopefully welcoming you to the Bald Eagle family. You all have a great night. Please give a virtual round of applause for Dr. Canatella and our 2 students here that took time to meet with each and every single one of you too as well. And I hope everyone has a fantastic, lovely evening. And enjoy the nice weather outside too. I hope it's nice weather wherever you are at right now. Beautiful.
You're very welcome, everyone. I see the thank you in the chat. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.